Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. How's everybody doing?
That was awesome.
I didn't know what else to start off with. I'm always like, hey, welcome back, or hey, how's it going, or
And
did
I
you
say,
miss us?
Hey, Fly fans. Glad you're here.
Just wanted to let them know that I love them.
Yeah, all 67 of them. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of
That's
love.
over half of what I have on my music channel, which I never post to, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but once you start... I thought you were going to start doing music again.
Well, I was, but the problem is Mickey couldn't... Mickey, wow. I'll be working out with him tonight, which I'm going for a new Max.
Oh, Terrell couldn't find it.
Terrell couldn't find the mixer, yeah.
Hey, we're going to talk about weights, so save the new Max.
All right.
Because I want to talk about weights. Well,
Okay.
it's going to go into weights. Hey, before we get started, just want to remind you, Fly fans, if you're in this area and you're interested in gold or silver, go and visit my friend at Nevada Coin, Jim Lowry. He'll set you up. He'll set you up good. Trust me. Also want to mention,
It's a setup.
if you're into shooting like we are.
Like what, meth?
No.
What are we talking about here?
Bang, bang.
Oh, guns.
Yeah.
You got to be
Firearms.
descriptive in here.
Firearms.
Okay.
These are guns.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, okay.
Where'd you get that shirt? Baby Gap? Jeez.
So I just want to mention,
I only asked because I shop there, too. That's like,
I want to mention Joplin Center Fire Indoor Shooting Range. It's located at 7575 West Bell Center Road, Joplin, Missouri.
wouldn't that be crazy if they were called Joplin Centerfire and they were in Kansas City? That'd be weird.
What's really weird is that this is Joplin, but they're like maybe a mile and a half from Kansas.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, Joplin's right on the
I know,
border
but
anyway.
It's really close to Kansas. But anyway, this is an
I don't like
indoor-
that statement. Hang on. I'm going to have to interrupt you here.
Go
I
ahead.
don't like that statement.
What, that it's close?
They're really close to Kansas. Look where Missouri borders. It's not like we're bordering, California,
My
and all of a
point
sudden
is,
we're
sitting here, we go over to Fort Scott. It's a 20-minute ride.
yeah.
But, yeah, we're very close to Kansas. And I found out, we used to travel through Kansas on our trips. And I used to always say, this is the flattest, ugliest state I've ever seen. But there are some pretty parts in Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I like the valleys. It's still flat, or the plains, I guess you could say. Oh, man, I want to ride over there so bad.
Oh, there's some areas when we come back from Daryl's house, there's some beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a good ride. But anyway, Joplin Center Fire down there, Joplin, Missouri. If you're into shooting and you want an indoor range, they are. I think there's 20 lanes to firearms, 16 or 20. When you run your targets out and everything, it's all computerized. You can also set it up to turn if you're law enforcement, to turn for law enforcement qualifications.
I make it turn anyway just because I'm a rebel. Not law enforcement. I just like making it turn.
For my wife and I to join for a year, this is incredible. $347, not $347 a person, $347. Now there is a tier higher than us that if you get that, any of their weapons that they have for renting, if you go to the little higher tier, it's free. Teresa and I, if we want to, if you want to try their weapons.
Yeah.
If Teresa and I want to try their weapons, it's $10. And let me give you their hours. This is what's so great about this place. They are open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday, and they are open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you go in there and you want to shoot, you want to leave, you want to come back, this is even if you pay for the day.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm hungry. Man, you get to come back. Joplin Center Fire. If you want to get out of the cold and shoot a weapon, firearm, shotgun too. Of course, don't bring birdshot.
Yeah, they might have a
might
problem
piss
with
some
that.
people off. But yeah, it's really, really nice.
We're not sponsored by them either. We're just shouting them out.
Yeah, and man, I just bought a Glock. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to say what I'm buying. I don't need anybody to know, do I? So.
Well, it's a Glock.
Yeah,
So.
It's a Glock. That's all you need to know. Yeah, so Joplin Centerfire, check them out if you're interested in indoor shooting. And remember, shooting is a deteriorating skill, so if you're like, well, you know, I used to shoot all the time, I don't need to get out there and practice, you're deceiving yourself. And my C9, my little High Point B Miller, that cheap 9mm,
Yeah.
that freaking gun is awesome.
Yeah.
They showed a video on YouTube. Did I tell you about this?
No.
The guy put the High Point B Miller, B Miller High Point 9mm, and he shot it with a Glock, I think.
Yeah.
With a Glock 9mm. Hit it right in the rail. He had to straighten it out a little bit and went right back to shooting that little B Miller High Point. If you're interested in a 9mm and you don't have a lot of money, you can probably get a B Point High Miller. Oh man, B Miller High Point 9mm, a C9 for $170. That's a good price.
Comes with a free bottle of Tylenol after listening to that. That was a struggle. Jeez.
Well, I have quite a few firearms now. It's hard for me to keep everything straight. So, man, and I love going there shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's because you've never been axe throwing.
I do want to do that.
That's a blast.
And
They got that in Joplin.
Top Golf.
Yeah, it's got to warm up.
That's going to be a while now.
Yeah.
So we went shooting the first time, and the next day, you know, this knot right here on my finger. You all probably can't see it, but I'm getting old, eaten up by arthritis. Well, the next day, I'm not thinking anything, but I go to move my finger, and it freaking hurts. So I'm like, all day, I'm just nursing this thing. 3 days went by, and it still hurts. And your mom goes, "Is that your shooting hand?" And I was like, Dad, from squeezing that trigger, especially my 380, it's 7 pounds, 9 ounces trigger pull. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So your mom made me she made it out of toothpicks, taped them together, filed it down, and it fits right here. So now I use I just still put my fingertip on it, but it doesn't allow it to bend here.
Yeah.
Worked like a charm.
I was just going to say go left-handed.
Yeah. I can't even pick my nose left-handed. But I was thinking, man, your mom should patent that. There's a lot of old people shooting. And you know they got aches and pains. And I was like, man, anybody who has arthritis, and I bet you there's a lot of people.
Aren't you glad that humans aren't treated like dogs? He's getting old, arthritis. Put him down.
Well, you know what? If I was really sick, really
That's different. I'm talking about arthritis. There's people
yeah.
who are like, dogs got arthritis. Put them down.
I'm not saying we didn't ever do that. Oh, and speaking of, since you brought that up, how do I say? I am, as Chris can testify, I can be very connected to a dog or whatever. When it's time to put them down, there's no tears for me or anything. I just put them down. That's really sad. You should be able to shed some tears over an animal you love or whatever. But this is not talking about an animal. I'm just saying that I'm kind of hardcore. But I have somebody, not going to mention the name, whatever, close to me. Any of you Fly fans who are believers, you can pray for my friend who has an aortic aneurysm, and the person's fairly young, 32 years old. So, yeah, if you believe if you're a believer, pray for the person. You don't need to know the name. Just lift them up in prayer. when it's dealing with your heart, that's a scary thing, as you guys know, because you have a son who has
Yeah.
aortic.
Roxy informed me he has a aortic bicuspis or something like
Yeah.
that. Roxy told me that can actually lead to what that is. What are aortic aneurysms?
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's funny you mention that because once I knew the person told me, I was like, oh, I need to read up on this. And I saw aortic bicuspid, and I was thinking,
yeah,
isn't that what my grandson has?
yeah,
Yeah, so the heart, y'all know when it's the heart or if they tell you you got cancer, that's pretty serious stuff. So let's get on to some.
You have cancer. Good riddance. I am tired of inflation and adulting. Really, I don't.
The only, your mom and I have discussed it. Like if they told me you have cancer, if it's not greater than 50%, like it would have to be 60 or above, that
Of like survival.
yeah, I'm not doing jack.
See, you're kind of low. Like for me, it'd have to be a good 85%. If
Really?
it's not 85% or higher, nah, I'm out.
I
I'm
think
out.
60's pretty high, isn't
I
it?
don't know. That's still an F.
Oh yeah,
That's an F.
Okay, 70. It's got to
All
be
right, that's-
70.
yeah.
That's at least a D.
That's a C. A 70?
How did
That's
we
a
go
C.
from a? Oh, you said an F. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, C. Yeah. Okay, 70. Yeah, because just the battle they put up to fight cancer. And any of you, if you've had people who've dealt with cancer and they've said, "Yeah, I'm going to fight this," and what? That,
Good for them. I'm
Yes.
talking about me.
Yeah. This is for us personally. Here's what I want to get to. So we talk about weights, but I want to get this first. Do you ever watch American Ninja Warriors?
Every once in a, it's been a long time, but I've seen them.
Do you remember a guy named Drew Dressel?
No.
Okay. Your mom and I watched it pretty religiously, and this dude was so cool, man. Drew Dressel. And in 2019, he's the last one to do it. So the last time it happened was 2019. He won the $1 million.
Okay.
He's in prison now.
Nice.
Yeah. Before he won the $1 million at 26 years old, and now like we're watching some reruns of when they were teams,
Yeah.
and now when I see Drew Dressel looking at the crowd, I'm like, okay, now I have a whole different opinion of what he's looking for.
What did he go? What did he go for? What did he go for? Underage.
He found this 15-year-old girl.
Oh.
Yeah, and he talked her into coming down to his gym. And at 26 years old, the first time he had sex with her was behind the warped wall.
Goodness gracious. What is wrong with people? I have a story about that. There was actually, but you got to ask, and then they have to be truthful. So when I was working at the ice rink as a skate guard, me and my buddies who were there, we constantly used to, dude, look at that girl, man, she's pretty. This one girl came onto the ice, and she was very pretty, very attractive, and all the guys were, dude, she's so hot. And I was like, go talk to her. I can't. So I just skated up to her, and I started talking to her. And as we were talking, I was like, wait a minute. Like, 2 + 2 is not equaling 4. I was like, how old are you? She goes, 15. And I was like, I got to go. So that's what I did. You got to ask.
Wait, weren't you just 17?
No, I was 18 at the time.
Oh, okay.
So
That's not as bad as 26 and 15.
that's still legally
Yeah,
wrong.
that's true.
So
Well, see, and here's Drew admitted to her mother, yes, I did have sex with her, but I didn't know her age, which I think is a crock of crap.
yeah.
But anyway, okay, now you know her age, and you're going to keep it up. And then they also he got her to send her explicit photos over the phone. And listen, people, that stuff does not go away. I
Yeah.
don't care if you delete it or whatever. If they're looking, if you get in trouble, they're going to find that stuff. But anyway, why? You win $1 million, man. And American Ninja Warriors, they're holding that money in trust to see, what the outcome is. Like 2 of the penalties for him is $250,000 and $250,000. That's a $500,000 right there. So he, instead of going to trial, he
Pleaded
pleaded
guilty.
down to just 2 counts, but the one is up to 10 years and the other one is 20 years. So they haven't come out and said what he is going to get yet. But anyway, I was like, those guys on American Ninja Warriors, they are strong.
Yeah.
Even the women, they're, but it really shows like women can do anything men can do. Watch American Ninja Warriors. They don't ever run a woman against a man. They do the same course, but they don't ever run a woman against a man because there's just no like when they first take off on the steps, guys just fly, and grab the rope. Women are, because it's just a whole nother animal. But those people are strong. So I was telling your mom, well, Drew, he'll do okay in prison because he's pretty beastie. But I didn't remember. But last night we were watching, and I got to hear him talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be somebody's bitch in prison. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So what's the new max you're going for?
I'm going to go for 260 tonight. I got 255 last week, so I'm going to go for 260 tonight on bench. We'll see what happens. So I think I can get it.
I think I told you. When I'm going for a max on the bench, like instead of doing 10 at 150, 30, I just do very few and just jump up real quick.
I threw it. We had 135 sitting on there. I think I repped it 4 times, and then I put it to 225. I did that once, and then I did the 255. And I think if I would have, like, instead of putting the 255, if I would have put 260, I think I would have gotten it.
Yeah. As long as you know your shoulders are warm and you're not going to get hurt, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I think I told you right now I'm at, it's going to be 41 hours of fasting. I'm fortunate. I'm not overweight, so I get to fast liquids. Like had your mom make me a shake with oat milk, peppermint stuff, and she threw in 1 banana. Man, she makes great
oat milk.
Yeah. It's much healthier than almond milk or anything. But
I've never seen nipples on oats.
Yeah, you never seen them on almonds either.
Yeah, I bag on those too.
But this little container, $5.69 for oat milk. But anyway, I do this, especially like Thanksgiving's coming up. I get my weight down so I don't have to feel guilty about Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think I told you, if you're into fitness and you want to try, if you lift, there's all different kinds of fitness, but if you're into lifting like Chris and I, for my cardio, I swim 3 days a week, and I do 10 laps, and I counted it. Going down is 1, coming back is 2. But today, because, I'm fasting, I got down there one time, and I had to pull myself up out of the water out of the deep end, just because the water feels like it's compressing on you when you're tired and you want to breathe. Yeah. So I pulled myself up, and and then I turned around, and the lifeguard from the chair goes, "Are you okay?"
You know that feeling you get when you're in the deep end while fasting? The compression? It's everyday life for me. Everything's just closing in on you.
Yeah, well, I hope you you're going for 255, you said?
260.
260. Dennis only got to 265.
I thought he got to 275, or he was going to go for 2. Did he get 275?
No. I think wait.
Dang, we're going to
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
One of the things he tried, maybe it was 280 that he failed on. I think it might have been 280 that he failed on. But he's silent as a church mouse now. I have to text him every once in a while, just say, hey, man, what's up? He says he's doing a lot of reading, which he is. But yeah, I'll ask him. I'll text him this evening to ask him what his max was. Wanted to ask you, have you heard about the cult Twin Flames?
No.
They've got a documentary on Netflix. It's only 3 episodes. The first, you'll notice right away, so I'll just go ahead and say it. This dude and his wife, the people who are under him, he screams at them and stuff, and you're a fucking bitch. And people who do that, and you can see it when you look at him right away. I guess he thinks
scared little men.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's a freaking beta male, and you can see it. And the people he's screaming at are girls and stuff. And I'm like, this dude. Oh, and he calls himself God, and then he shows a picture of Christ in himself, and he says, "This is the European Christ, which is me." And this guy's got millions, dude. People are so gullible. And
What are we doing with our lives?
we're making our cult right here. Hey, join the cult XY on the fly.
We can't promise you anything, but we're here.
We can't promise you your twin flame. Your twin flame is your...
See, that's funny to me. The twin flame cults. The first thing, just a bunch of flamers.
And it's funny because he has... he's telling some... Because they're running out of new people, so he's now convincing some of them that they're actually a lesbian or a homosexual, and he's getting them to team up with other women. You got to watch the documentary. It is a good documentary. It is a good documentary. But watching the guy will piss you off because you'll be like, this is what I told your mom. I would love to run into him just to punch him in the face. You can't help but think that.
Yeah, but that's when the demon would take over and just beat your ass. You think that dude doesn't have some demons? I'll bet you he does. That demon would lash out and just kick the crap out of you.
Is a Porsche Cayenne? Is that the name of it?
There's a Porsche Cayenne.
Is
that
Cayenne
or something?
Is that a demon? Because he has one of them.
He's got one of those cars. No, it would get slapped by a demon.
And
a Dodge demon.
His home is huge, man.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah, man, he takes advantage of such susceptible,
ignorant people.
Well, they are ignorant,
yeah.
but I don't want to call them that.
No, I will.
Yeah, they are so mousy, but then here's the thing: some of them have escaped, and
what do you mean escaped? Like, are they on a compound?
No, that's the thing. They're not, but they're so brainwashed. Now, he was going to buy a compound. That was his steps, but I think the money's a little tight right now. And that's why when he started, "You're bitches. You need to get out there and get this money. You're my coaches." It's like a multi-level marketing.
It's like a pyramid scheme.
It is. It's crazy. But, shoot, where was it going with that?
The compound.
Yeah.
Ignorant people.
Oh, the ones who escape. Yes, that was wrong. And like one lady, she's got the sage lit up, and she's pulling the smoke back on her as she gets spiritual. And I'm thinking, these people messed up in the first place because they were searching for the wrong thing, and then they get out and they're still searching for the wrong thing. Listen, the only way is Jesus Christ. Jesus gives you reason for life. He gives you meaning, and your meaning is to serve him, because when you serve him, that's when you're fulfilled. Anyway.
Would they go to, like, was it like a normal Sunday service routine thing where they would just go and get yelled at, or what?
Okay, first off, they didn't have a church at first.
Okay.
But then he realized, hey, 501c.
Yeah.
So he started the church, and most of it is through video.
Oh.
But every once in a while, he gets them together. They all meet somewhere. And
Who just randomly decides, hey, let's go get yelled at. Come on, it's going to be a blast.
and they don't get. And the thing is, like some of the coaches who escaped were so afraid of being berated by him, but yet he hasn't physically done anything to anyone. These people are totally brain. You have got Fly fans. If you, it's on Netflix. It's the Twin Flames documentary.
Jeez.
You could see, man, poor people. Should I feel bad for them?
No. Not at all.
No?
You're stupid. Who, oh my gosh.
Well, they're
My-
they're lonely. They have nothing going on in their lives.
You know what's crazy? I got some lonely neighbors, and they never come over to my house and cause trouble just so I can yell at them. Not one time. No. Especially this day and age where everybody is so anti-bullying. Unless that was one of his slogans, bring bullying back, and somebody was like, I agree with this.
You know, it's funny you mentioned he's a big bully, and that's probably why I wanted to punch him in the face.
Yeah, I do think they should bring bullying back, though. I don't know why they're trying to get rid of it. Listen, sometimes
A little bullying's good.
Yeah.
I told you, Fly fan, I was bullied, and then one day the guy who bullied me, I just went off on. I mean, I started wailing. We got in a fist fight, and I was winning. And he pulled back and stopped, and then he goes to me, hold on. He goes, if you ever do that again, I'll kick your ass. But I was whooping him.
yeah.
So some bullying is good. I know some of you, no bullying. Man, because people aren't bullied
We're not talking
anymore,
about physical violence.
Yeah,
We're talking about the name calling and just the,
it's good
tough
for
and
it
thickens your skin.
Exactly. And that's why we got, Mike, that T-shirt I got of Mike Tyson. What is it about?
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the nose.
Yeah,
mouth.
Yeah, and he's got a new one along the same line. He talked about how we have all these keyboard warriors because they know they can't get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's another reason, like, I don't get, man, it has been forever since I've had a real, like, social media troll. It's been so long. The only one that I get now, like, it's intentional. Like, we go back and forth. And, but the ones that I used to get, people, it blows their mind that I don't get upset. It does not bother me at all. Because, for one, that statement, they're keyboard warriors. And if they did have the balls to say that to my face, like we crossed paths, and they tried to say that, stand by. It's going to be on. Like, so, it's different when it's face to face. But
changing the subject, but only because you're talking about that, they are charging that hockey player.
Are they? I know he got arrested.
Okay. Yeah,
I know that.
They said that it looks intentional.
Yeah, I know they're investigating it.
Okay, maybe I'm jumping the gun.
When'd you find that? Because I found this.
Well, your mom was
like
telling
3
me.
days ago.
Oh, okay.
So he had been arrested. And
okay.
The article that I was reading.
Well, was it you who told me that he has prior incidences of?
No, I didn't.
Okay, your mom told me then. He has prior incidences of very bad conduct on the ice, of doing things that are unacceptable. And how do you freaking get your skate up to another guy's neck?
He caught it when the dude was coming down. His foot like went up. So
it could happen, right?
Yeah. I mean, it could, but at the same time, we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
We'll see what the jury has to say about it.
And
it's gonna suck if he gets a jury where they just all hate hockey, so they don't even care. He's guilty. Guilty. It's gonna be rough.
Oh man.
So my bathroom that I've been working on.
Yeah.
That's gonna save tons of money by myself doing it. Doing it myself. But I like to do my homework, do my research, make sure I'm doing it right, so I don't wind up spending more than I would if I hired a contractor to come in. So one day I got up and I got called off of work, so I didn't have to work. And I was like, well, let me be productive and start doing my homework on this. So I watched 5 different videos, and they were long videos. Like they explained everything, very detailed, loved them, wrote some stuff down, what I need and everything. But anyway, all 5 videos did it completely different. So not only was I more knowledgeable, but I was way more confused. I was like, so how do I don't know.
You don't just pick the one you feel like most comfortable, that one.
I mean, they were all like, they were all good. Like all of them had their pros and cons of like, yeah, I don't want to do that, but then I'll do that. Yeah, I'd rather do that than do what that one wanted me to do because I don't want to do that, but I would do that one.
Yeah.
It was just so.
Yeah. See, that's why I pay people.
Well, I also don't, I'm not retired and freaking, I'm a baller on a budget, so I have to strategically plan my next financial move.
Oh, did I tell you I called OPM about? Okay, Fly fans. I went out on a medical retirement because of my eyesight. My eyes are scarred up. I can't shoot or drive at night. They said I was going blind. So anyway, your first year, you get 60% of your 3 highest years. And as you know, federal government working on the border, you make good money. But after the first year, they knock it down to 40%, and that's where you stay. Thank you, VA, for keeping me comfortable. So at 62, which is next year for me, they recalculate.
Yeah.
And I've been really worried because, nobody ever gives you more. They give you less. So I called OPM, and I was like, hey, can you help me out? I'm going to be 62 next year, and da-da-da-da. I'm a little concerned. I'm trying to get things together. I'm telling her stuff because I really wanted her to help me because most of them say, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I told her, I'm trying to figure things out with my wife and da-da-da-da. And she goes, I'll tell you right now, she said, except for a couple cases, it always goes up.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
But now that you talked about it on social media, it's gone.
Yeah, now they're going to change it. So I wanted to ask you one more thing before we close this out.
Okay.
Your mom said she taught this to you guys when you were little, but you taught me, and I'm using it right now, and I could swear you said you learned it in the military, but your mom's taking credit for it. The thing with the ingrown toenails and taking the cotton and then pulling it with the Band-Aid.
That got taught to me by the doctor.
In the military, right?
No, when I still lived with you guys. It was back when we lived in Pueblo, Colorado, and we had that that house that was on the corner.
Yeah.
And I got an ingrown toenail, and you guys took me to the doctor, and he was like, yeah, we don't have to pull the nail off yet. We're going to try and save it this way. You're going to take some cotton.
And it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, your mom.
Mom did take me.
Yeah, so your mom would have taught me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was you. She said, you knew this a long time ago, and I said, well, Chris just taught me a while back. And so anyway, I'm doing it right now because.
Yeah. Cut it around the corner, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You got to go straight across.
But like most people, toenails grow out. Mine grow sideways.
You still got to go straight across.
Yeah, but they start to hurt.
And now it really hurts, doesn't it? So, see? It's your fault.
All right, man. We done?
Yeah, we're done.
Hey, Fly fans, this was a crazy podcast, but I wanted to do a podcast, so I said to Chris was like, I don't have anything to talk about. But I said, I'll make things to talk about. So we're glad you're here, getting out another podcast, and I'm happy. Peace.
Happy.
Here it is, the moment they've been waiting for. They tried to shut us down, but my God will not be ignored. Prepare yourselves for battle, prepare yourselves for war. This is like nothing else that you ever seen before.
Hi guys. I know I haven't been posting much. My life has been crazy, as I'm sure most of yours is becoming hectic as well with the holidays coming up. Mine has been crazy because of my bathroom, right? I like to do things with my hands. I like to be a man and do manly things. I don't know what I'm doing. So I have to watch a lot of videos, do a lot of research, and see what the best route for me to take is. I watched about 5 different videos. All 5 videos did it completely different. Not only did I become more knowledgeable, but I became more confused. I do know what I'm doing now. I do know which route I'm taking. Super fresh, but check this out. This next thing that I'm going to show you is going to make every plumber and electrician go, what the fuck? Are you ready? You should probably sit down. Yep. What? Yeah, no. So yeah, I'll be fixing that too. But that, yeah, no bueno. I don't know if this was like an afterthought, like they did this later and they weren't even thinking. Like, that's scary.